Good evening, I'm Brett Baer. Mitt Romney is hoping to take the ball and run with it after what was, by most accounts, a winning performance in the first of 3 debates with President Obama. Governor Romney and running mate Paul Ryan will be at a rally in Virginia in just a few minutes. The candidates are spreading out to some of the most hotly contested battlegrounds. After Romney's gathering in Virginia, he will move on to Florida tomorrow. President Obama had an event in Denver, then was in Wisconsin today, and goes on to Virginia and Ohio Friday. We have Fox team coverage tonight. Chief National Correspondent Jim Angle has a fact check on last night's most heated issue, tax policy. Chief White House Correspondent Ed Henry has the Obama campaign reaction and plans moving forward. But we begin with Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron on the first debate. Good evening, Carl.
Hi, Brett. Well, the Romney campaign could hardly be more excited about what happened last night. In fact, since the debate ended, they say they've been getting 2 donations per second as a measure of Mitt Romney's success.
The morning after his general election debate debut against the president, Mitt Romney made a surprise appearance to a thrilled and relieved audience of conservatives at the Colorado Conservative Political Action Conference.
Last night I thought was a great opportunity for the American people to see 2 very different visions for the country.
He reiterated a new attack revealed in last night's face-off with the president.
Trickle-down government that the president proposes is one where he will raise taxes on small business, which will kill jobs. I instead want to keep taxes down on small business so we can create jobs.
Romney awoke to rave reviews across the country, and even Democrats admit he delivered.
Virtually everything he just said about my tax plan is inaccurate. That's the wrong way to go. We know that the path we're taking is not working. You're entitled as a president to your own airplane and to your own house, but not to your own facts.
Romney set the tone in the opening moments, quoting, though not by name, Vice President Joe Biden's startling admission that the middle class has been buried over the last 4 years.
The people who are having the hard time right now are middle-income Americans. Under the president's policies, middle-income Americans have been buried. They're just being crushed.
The normally buttoned-up Romney was loose and managed to all but call the president an immature fibber without appearing angry or unlikable.
Governor Romney's central economic plan calls for a $5 trillion tax cut on top of the extension of the Bush tax cuts.
I don't have a $5 trillion tax cut. I don't have a tax cut of the scale that you're talking about. I will not reduce the share paid by high-income individuals. I know that you and your running mate keep saying that, and I know it's a popular thing to say with a lot of people, but it's just not the case. Look, I got 5 boys. I'm used to people saying something that's not always true.
When it comes to health care security, Romney was on offense too, touting what he passed in Massachusetts as an example of a bipartisan compromise and a model for the whole country at the state level.
We've seen this model work really well in Massachusetts because Governor Romney did a good thing working with Democrats in the state to set up what is essentially the identical model.
I like the way we did it in Massachusetts, entirely on a partisan basis. Instead of bringing America together and having a discussion on this important topic, you pushed through something that you and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid thought was the best answer and drove it through. What we did in a legislature, 87% Democrat, we were together, whisking aside the 10th Amendment, which gives states the rights for these kinds of things, is not the course for America to have a stronger, more vibrant economy.
Romney delivered a conservative argument and criticism of the Obama agenda that the right's been clamoring for. But when the subject of Wall Street regulation came up, he made a more centrist approach, repeatedly pointing out his support for regulation while eliminating excess.
I'd have regulation, but I wouldn't designate 5 banks as too big to fail and give them a blank check. That's one of the unintended consequences of Dodd-Frank. It wasn't thought through properly. We need to get rid of that provision because it's killing regional and small banks.
And the Romney-Ryan ticket plans to pound the idea of the Obama agenda amounting to trickle-down government. Both Romney and his running mate will be appearing here at an event in Fishersville, Virginia today. Another campaign a stop in Old Dominion tomorrow. And then Florida through the weekend, preceding a big foreign policy speech on Monday. Brett?
All right, Carl, thank you.